Hi everyone, so now that we're using social media more and more regularly to communicate with our publics, we thought it would be a good time to talk about how to make sure your content stays relevant and useful. Relevant content is authentic and believable content and positions your company or your brand as a trusted advisor that'll help you gain followers and to keep them. So how do we do that? The first tip is to create a content strategy. At HMC, we're big believers in spending more time planning so you can spend less time doing, and your social media content is no different. So do take the time to create a content strategy and calendar to work off in the weeks and months ahead of you. The second tip is to use a little help from the internet. So on a more daily or sporadic basis, there are a number of websites that are updated, in some cases hourly, for the most interesting and relevant content to your company and industry. So some of the better ones are Topsy.com, bizsugar.com, inbound.org and buffer.com. So I'd encourage you to check those out. The third tip is make your own assessment of what's trending, which speaks for itself really. For example, the current Rugby World Cup is a good example of a current world event that you can leverage off to gain interest in your posts and stay relevant to what's going on around you. And lastly, make sure you cater your content to specific networks. As is always the case, one size doesn't fit all, and it's important that you recognise each network has a different audience, so keep that in mind. For example, on Twitter, messages would ideally come in 20 characters short of the limit to allow for retweets. The Hootsuite blog tells us that on Facebook shorter posts are favoured, and on LinkedIn, writing a post on LinkedIn Publisher will probably get better engagement than sharing an external blog, for instance. So yep, those are our tips. Hope you all enjoyed and can take something away from that. Have a great weekend.